Since 1911, the Pierre Parts Store has been your one-stop shop. Family owned and operated for 4 generations, the Pierre Parts Store has served the community by providing groceries, hardware, home products, and much more, including a full-service lumber yard. Now, we've added the Thibodeau store to the family with the same values and service we've delivered for over 100 years. The Pierre Parts Store and the Thibodeau store, our family serving your family.
All right, welcome back. Let's hop on over to Assumption Parish. We're joined now by Commander Lonnie Cavalier, the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office Public Information Officer, and we certainly appreciate him joining us. And Commander, how are you today, sir?
Doing good, Martin. Thanks for having us.
All right, we've got a couple of arrests made in Assumption Parish. If you could bring us up to speed on both of those, we'd appreciate it.
Yes, the first one occurred Friday night, shortly before midnight, in the village of Napoleonville. Deputies came across a vehicle parked in the middle of Philosopher Street, which is in the city limits. The deputy exited his patrol car and approached the vehicle, and the vehicle took off. They pursued the vehicle to Highway 1 across Highway 1 to 308, and were able to stop the pursuit by the parish library. And at that point, Rodney J. Keller, 39 years of age, of Napoleonville, was arrested. During the pursuit, a bag was thrown onto the Napoleonville Bridge, and deputies did recover that bag, which contained 22 grams of crack cocaine. Mr. Keller was arrested and booked into the Assumption Parish Jail on charges of aggravated flight from an officer when human life is in danger, possession with intent to distribute crack cocaine, illegal use of controlled dangerous substances in the presence of a juvenile, obstruction of justice, child desertion, driving under a suspended driver's license, resisting an officer, 2 counts, stopping, standing, parking prohibited in particular areas. Mr. Keller remains incarcerated with his bond set at $240,000.
And you can't fit anything else on that page. He had so many counts against him now, so I guess he's no stranger to crime.
No, he is indeed a convicted felon. Had prior felony conviction, so he's been around.
All right, and then you have another one, right?
Yeah, on July 25th of 2024, deputies responded to B&L Trailer Park in Plottonville, Louisiana, in reference to a disturbance. Upon arrival, they made contact with an individual by the name of Leroy Southall Jr., 49 of Geismar. Deputies had been advised prior to their arrival that Mr. Southall may be armed. They confronted Mr. Southall, and they did seize a firearm from his vehicle. At the time, he was not arrested because he exhibited signs of a medical condition. The deputies sought assistance, and Mr. Southall was transported to a local hospital for treatment. However, a warrant was issued for his arrest for disturbing the peace and possession of firearm by a convicted felon. Mr. Southall had been convicted of a prior felony offense. His bond is set at $10,000, and he remains incarcerated in the parish jail.
Right. And of course, Commander, we'd also like to thank the sheriff. Y'all do a great job, Leland Falcon, but school is starting now. And I know y'all want to give some helpful information to people because it's that time of the year where you really got to be cautious going through these school zones.
Yeah, we actually put out a memo today to the public as well as to our people. School starts here on Wednesday, and we're going to have the school zone saturated with additional help, including our help from our ICE unit to just kind of manage traffic. And we caution people that there is going to be a lot of congestion in school zones, and that buses will be making frequent stops on the highway. And we're going to be out on Wednesday enforcing that, rather heavily throughout the rest of the week.
Yeah, and it's certainly a time of year when, a lot of people are seeing it now. They come into work, or I hear them talking around town about they have to wait so long to get through these school zones and all that, but who's in a hurry to get through a school zone? I guess you gotta learn patience, right?
Yeah, and our schools are no different. Most of our schools are on our main highway is LA1, LA 308, LA 70. So it's we know there's going to be a lot of traffic, and people we caution people that they simply have to adjust their speed for where they're at, and have some patience going through it. We want to make sure our kids get to and from school safely.
Yeah. Let me ask you, this may be a crazy question, but when school starts, does crime go down?
We see our juvenile issues decrease to some extent, but then when you get these same children in the in the public school system, then their behavior issues increase, and fortunately so far this year for the summer we had our summer camp, which occupied a lot of our kids' time, and we had a very good attendance at summer camp, and our crime rate has very stable insofar as juveniles are concerned.
Yeah, I guess what we're actually saying is that if a child is not bored, boredom sort of leads to crime sometimes. So if they stay occupied, yeah, they're good.
Absolutely, and that's one of the main reasons for that we go through the summer recreation programs. We have 3 different programs that we put out throughout the summer, and it does take it does occupy kids' time, and it's productive time for them, and a learning environment. So we've been pretty fortunate this summer.
All right, Commander, thank you so much. And I thank the Sheriff Force. We appreciate you always joining us and giving us information from our neighbors in Assumption. Good to see you again, and have a great day.
Thank you guys for having us. Appreciate y'all.
All right, the Commander once again of Assumption Parish, and we appreciate him coming on board. We're going to have a lot more news here in about. Always remember, go to Facebook, the HTV Facebook and YouTube page, and watch all of our stories.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.